Welcome to the first controversial video on my channel that just started. So we're diving right into it. CrossFit, there's nothing more, I'd say black and white, but also like to everybody. There's no gray area. You either love it or you hate it. And I'm gonna try to find a little bit of a healthy medium here to not bash CrossFit so much. But I also do scientific research before doing my videos and, in general. So I'm gonna have to lean towards giving you guys facts. I'm sorry. But you either love it or you hate it. If you love it, it's like, man, this is like, we just trademarked fitness. Like we are the identity of fitness now. Yeah, okay. And if you hate it, sometimes it's not justified either. Like, man, that exercise looks stupid. Yay! Whoa! 10 more! Right? Like, those are just some dumb exercises. You are never gonna make progress. Or you do your research and you're not gonna really dislike it for an advanced trainee here. But beginners, that's where I take a lot of issue. Well, so that being said, I'm gonna start with the advanced trainees. So you'll notice vigorous workout. Advanced, still vigorous, as it should be. If you're a seasoned trainer, you can progress your training. You can go from light to moderate to vigorous. Okay, you don't want to go overboard with the vigorous and find yourself overtraining, but you can go vigorous as long as your form doesn't falter. As long as you don't get hurt, as long as you recover, don't do the same workout every day, and as long as you eat well. And again, it all goes back into recovery. If you can go through CrossFit, I prefer that it be in an individual setting at a gym with your headphones in, so that you can focus and you can know your limits, but you can also push yourself without other people pushing you too far. In a class setting, it's going to be near impossible for those coaches to monitor everybody and know where your limits are. So go just do it by yourself. It's more fun that way anyway. Now, where I take issue is with beginner CrossFit. And this is where I hear the rebellion of fitness quite a bit here as a beginner. Not me as a beginner, but from a beginner. And I'm gonna just shed some light on what that means. It's not rebellion as in like, man, this looks different from some bro going to the gym and doing curls and whatever, man. And that's not effective either, but the rebellion doesn't mean that. It means you're skipping stability training. You're skipping the phases of training that kind of have to do with getting yourself to a seasoned trainee level. And I'm going to tell you that most of these advanced trainees, advanced CrossFitters didn't start as beginner CrossFitters. They didn't jump into CrossFit and move their way up. And if they did, good for you. You should share with how you recovered, because a lot of people are going to need that kind of help. But basically, the best analogy is, instead of starting at the stability phase of training, which I covered in a previous video, you start at the power phase, the one that I say most people never even get to, the one for like sports performance, the one that your body has to be neurologically adapted to training to do. And a beginner in CrossFit is going to jump through all of the seasoning, and that's how you get yourself hurt. It's kind of like, vigorous comes after moderate and light training. And I'm talking to personal trainers out there now. When we prescribe training to a new client, we typically figure out where they are first. Let's start with a light workout and see how your posture is and how you perform certain workouts and your form on things. That's another thing. Let's go into class and just jump right into our squat training while your form still sucks, right? So typically we don't prescribe our clients with vigorous training right out the gate. Okay, you gotta see where they're at first, and you gotta, small steps, progressions. This is why so many New Year's resolutioners are out of the gym by the first week, because they jump and they jump and they jump because, man, I'm feeling great, this is awesome, and eventually your body just can't take it. You overtrain that quickly because your body has no idea what it's doing. And a lot of this has to do with inactive muscles. And believe me, there's a lot of inactive muscles in the body. If you stop training for a long period of time or have never really trained, again, to the personal trainers out there, I'm sure people can relate to cueing an exercise. Let's say the row, for example. An exercise, even done like perfectly, like you cue it, they get their shoulders back, they retract their scapula, and ideally they should be feeling it in their back, they should feel it in their lats, they should be firing up those mid-back muscles, but they just say, I don't feel it, right? Like, those muscles are literally inactive, and the only way to activate them is through stability training. So now picture what that would look like in a CrossFit class setting, where they're, here you are going through vigorous exercise with people yelling at you like, come on, you gotta keep going, pushing you through, and you have a bunch of inactive muscles. You could get hurt. You definitely might find yourself tweaking something, and regardless, you'll never fully develop those muscles because they're not really, the stabilizers aren't kicking in. Again, it's like, in another note, it's like jumping into hypertrophy training right away and just cranking out a quick set of curls, quick sets of bench without slowing anything down, without really any time under tension. And okay, you'll see results, but you're just really gonna work that one area, that one area that you've been hitting this whole time with that same form, with that same variation of the movement. And you'll develop that part of the muscle, but everything else, the tendons aren't gonna be developed. Eventually it all catches up to you. That's all I'm saying. It catches up to you. And it's vigorous exercise in general. It's you gotta know the risks. That's all I'm saying. And it's just, as a beginner, you don't want to put yourself in that position. You want to know a little more about it before jumping into it. And that's how you avoid getting hurt, and that's how you make the sustainable gains. So CrossFit is not a bad thing. I really don't like the class setting. I think that adds the risk a little too much, and a workout should just be individualized. Unless you work out with like a buddy, that's fine. But working out with one person isn't the same as working out with 12 people who are all yelling at you to complete it, and they all completed it. It's just, it's a little faulty there. But that being said, I still think there's a gray area between CrossFit and like loving it or hating it. That being said, CrossFit really is a great workout. Like, if I went to a CrossFit class and just tried it out, if I made sure that my back wasn't tight and that all my tendons felt good and nice and warm, I bet it would be really difficult to complete, and I think it was awesome. But I would know that you don't want to do that every day. Like, excessive exercise, and I'm gonna get into rhabdomyolysis in just a second, which is from excessive exercise. But excessive exercise can be reached even as an advanced trainee if you're completing that workout multiple days in a row. You gotta give your muscles, all muscles, 48 hours of recovery. That's just the way it is. You don't want to do the same workout twice in a row, 2 days in a row. I mean, if you do like once, it's not like a one and done. Oh man, you did it twice in a row, now you're definitely gonna get hurt. Just give yourself a little extra time to recover now. But don't make a habit out of it, because that's just how overtraining is reached. As an advanced trainee, I consider this to be someone who can do CrossFit 2 or 3 times a week. Not every day, 2 or 3 times a week, no 2 day in a row intervals there, and they know how to properly recover. And maybe they even do a little bit of active rest stability training on their days off. And like the no days off mentality is another thing to get into that goes hand in hand with CrossFit, I guess. But anyway, rhabdomyolysis happens from excessive exercise. basically your muscle fibers break down, and the byproduct of muscle fibers is myoglobin. It gets released into the bloodstream and therefore poisons your kidneys. So, you know, and this is what's going to happen if your diet sucks to go with CrossFit. You're just training way too much. Like, there's like, let me like, hopefully you guys can see up here. There's basically like a fine line between how much you're training. This could go for me too. Say I did like a bodybuilding workout that could be done in an hour and a half, but I kept going for like 3 hours. Sure, for the first like hour and a half, things are looking good. I'm going up, but eventually it plateaus, and there's not a lot of research into this right now, but there's evidence to suggest that eventually you start to go downhill a little bit. And that's just for like regular exercise. Now with CrossFit, like if you're not giving yourself proper recovery, you're just like going and slamming it every day. Even you're not listening to your body. Like you can feel you're hurting. Like you can feel that you're just too sore to continue. Like you need an ice bath every night to continue, and you feel like you're just getting more and more lethargic as the days go by. But you're lucky enough that you don't get injured. Well, instead of feeling it in your tendons or in your bones, maybe you just feel it in your important body organs instead. Just food for thought. So that being said, I still think CrossFit is a great workout. Like it is a great workout if you do it individually. I'm gonna say that a lot. Individually. You don't need a class setting to do a workout unless you're trying to learn stuff. But I just don't think you're gonna learn anything from CrossFit, which is giving you a scientifically inferior workout as far as like if you're a beginner, okay? If you're a beginner, the workout is scientifically inferior because you're not stabilizing any muscles, any tendons, anything. You're not getting your body used to a long-term transformation. You're getting your body used to a short-term feel good and then a long-term injury. I don't want to just totally rip CrossFit up for you guys. I disagree with a beginner doing CrossFit, but I see no wrong with an advanced trainee doing CrossFit. And you can get to an advanced trainee by not doing CrossFit. You can go from light exercise as a beginner into moderate, into, you know, here and now you can do vigorous exercises, but continual vigorous exercise, the risk's just not worth it. The transformation may be there, but so are all the risks. You can make the transformation just as easily while also fully developing your body for a longer, sustainable, healthy lifestyle. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there's not too many hate comments for this one. I did my research. I'm telling you, do your research too. Before you do a workout, before you jump into what's popular, what's trendy, just do your research. Figure out if it's right for you, because nothing in the fitness industry is black and white, okay? That's like the #1 rule that I'm gonna be applying on this channel. And this, even what I'm saying, it's not necessarily black and white. Who knows? You could be some kind of legendary half cyborg who never feels any muscle soreness and doesn't have to eat. And then, hey, look, you can do CrossFit right away. But nothing's black and white in the fitness industry. Okay, you don't want to go and just like see what's trendy, what's popular, what is working for some people. What's working for some people isn't really going to work for others, okay? Like, you have different weights, you have different body shapes, you have like different heights, different structure of your bones. Do some research, start slowly, and you'll figure out what's for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see in future videos. Let me know what you think of CrossFit, and I'll talk to you guys later.